What's up, bitches? Okay, I didn't know you were gonna join. I like that. I like when people join in on me. I'm here today with Atlantis. I am 23.
I was guessing 23 in my head. I swear
Yeah?
to God, in my life. Yes.
Thank you.
You have the real baby face.
I do.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had my friend tell me that I look older than what I look like.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think she's a liar too. But my bad. We had technical difficulties. I don't know if I introduced you yet, but I'm here with Atlantis. Do you want to give a little like rundown about yourself? It feels like when people ask you in school, huh?
Yeah. So I am a dancer, and yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm a dancer, and I have been dancing since I was 18. I'm 35 years old.
I thought you were younger when you told me you started doing this type of stuff.
No, I started training doing contortion at 29.
Oh shoot.
So that's like contortion's extreme flexibility.
And like for contortion, like is there like a basic age range where like people join in on that, or like how does that work?
I mean, a lot of people will automatically think that they can't do it because they're at a certain age, but that's not the truth at all. Like, you can start working on your flexibility and gain flexibility at any age.
And so, like, what has been like the oldest age that you've seen where these girls
I've seen a 75-year-old woman perform contortion where she's doing chest stands and she's
75?
Doing splits.
That's like way past retirement, no?
Yep.
Isn't retirement like 60?
60 something, I believe.
Oh shit. And what, like, was she your teacher or something, or
No, just like when you do flexibility stuff or pole dancing and aerial stuff, everybody always sends you all the memes. So
she was dude, that's crazy. That, like, I see my grandparents and other grandparents, and I could never see them do that type of shit, honestly. But what's good is, like, at least like that, like, grandma's gonna be living a good life for a good minute because she's obviously in shape. But so, like, you said you started that at 18.
Well, I started dancing at 18.
Mhm.
But like, I didn't start training until I had come out to Vegas at 22, and then I started going to like pole fitness studios and going to like the rock climbing gym and going to the gymnastics studio and doing aerial silks.
Did you ever like have any like, what was like your biggest fears when you were doing all this? Because obviously there's all kinds of, like, you know, dangerous stuff that can go on. Like, did you go in balls blazing, or was there like certain things that you would do during your trainings and stuff where you would be kind of scared or would psych you out in a way?
Not really. I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie.
Maybe
there's like one drop that I ever did. It's called the dead man drop, and it hurt my ankle for like 5 months. So I was just like,
what is that? Like the dead man?
You like climb up the aerial silks, and then you like wrap your feet around them, and then you catch the cloth with your, like, you have it wrapped around your heels caught, and then you fall backwards like you're bungee jumping.
Oh, kind of like an upside down cross type of thing.
Yeah, like if you're falling back, like on the bungee.
Oh,
like,
shit.
If you're gonna go bungee, like, yeah, like a cross.
And like it's like where your head's like inches away from the ground type of thing.
Not really. It's higher up in the air, but the force and the momentum on my ankle, it just hurt it for like months. Heel, like right here.
And you couldn't do what you wanted to do.
I
like
would keep doing it, but it was just like
So like, is that like your worst injury that you've ever had?
No, I've had some injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like?
Because I did tricks with girls, so we had aerial partners, and I got dropped once when she was holding me up, and I hit my back on the ledge, and I definitely split my shin open at the Buck Cherry concert when we were performing for them.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And like,
really
I know
bad.
you had said that like one of your friends was dropped by like one of her partners or something like that on purpose. Does that type of shit, like, when I came out into this world fresh out of high school, I was like, finally, all that drama is in the bag. Like, you don't got to worry about it. I stepped into the real world, and it was fucking worse than the high school drama. I'm sorry?
I think social media is a huge part of that, though, because It's just like everybody's stuck in this like little kid mentality
Mm-hmm.
of like unrealistic filters and catfishing and
Well, it's not even
fake
just
positive
that.
quotes.
It's just like there's still like the mean girls groups and stuff, like, because especially like in jobs, you still have mean girls. You still have like the little cliques. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. But it's like, I know girls can be malicious, and well, anybody can be malicious, honestly. But it's like, for you to want to hurt somebody like that, like, is that something that's like common in these things where they will purposely like not support their partner?
Well, nah, not really. But I think some people just don't want to look bad. You know, because I mean, we've all like, I mean, like when you climb with each other and stuff, we could fight and we would always like get along and nobody
Yeah,
would know that
like
were
it's
fighting.
business is
So that was
business.
like a one time occurrence where a girl got hurt that bad. But I mean, sometimes accidents do happen
Yeah.
because honest usually like everybody was usually not in the right state of mind to begin with. Everybody's usually a little faded.
Mhm.
So I think that has a little bit to play with it. But when the girl purposely dropped her, it was more like she was falling and she wouldn't let go, and she was bigger than the other girl, and she like pulled her down, and then she was
Fuck.
like a little rubber band bouncing off the
A little
stage.
rubber band. Shut up.
She's
You gonna
and
make
then
me go to hell for laughing at
she
this.
came back a beast. That's the only reason why you can laugh at it, because
Yeah.
she's like getting booked to doing aerial gigs, and like it did not stop her. It just made her stronger. It's like truth. Like what does not kill you makes you stronger. That girl's living proof of that.
Have you ever
Salute
had
to
like
her.
an injury to where you're like, fuck, am I gonna ever be
Yes.
able to do this again?
I
And
fractured my kneecap, and then um, it was just like hard to maneuver from that one. And then I just came out of an ankle boot a couple months ago, actually.
so you guys are like little Humpty Dumpties all the time, huh?
Getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always some kind of kink or something going on in your body.
Sheesh. That's good. So, well, that's not good, but that's cool that like you guys can really just like your bodies can take a beating for sure.
It's definitely mental.
Yeah.
It's like a mental strength that comes with it on top of physical.
I feel like mentality can really change everything, like between like that where it's like, you know what, I'm sick but I can push through it, because a lot of the times like when I'm sick I don't take medicine. I was fucking fighting COVID with my nothing but me and some water. And it's like when you are injured and stuff like that, like as long as you know that you're gonna get strong and you say I'm gonna like um I'm gonna do better, or I'm gonna go ahead and heal fast. Like, you know how they say like, oh, manifestation, all this and that, or like words of affirmation. Simply like just saying that to yourself, letting yourself know that, you know what, I am gonna be good and I'm gonna be strong. Like, it's for sure something that it really helps you develop faster and, you know, helps you cure yourself. So, um, with that being said, like when you're like on the stage and stuff, like do you ever look back and like have like little flashbacks, like, oh shit, the last time I did this trick this happened, like, because you know, like any accidents like that, like PTSD type of moments.
I haven't really been hurt too bad,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's good, that's very good.
no, not really, honestly.
When you started so young, like well, first you started dancing when you were young, so like is there like any type of like specific dance that you like to do, or like specific music that you like to get into, like with either like people or like by yourself or like.
I like either hip hop or house music. I mean, like I like if piano could be really cool too sometimes.
You like
For
piano?
yeah, I used to play piano when I was super little.
Really? Do
Yes,
you still know how to play piano?
just like a little bit, but not like I couldn't be like that great with it.
That's cool.
But I come from a music family, so I was around music my whole entire life. So I like live, like I like instruments, and I like music. My cousin Eloy, he could play any song by hearing it. I
Like
remember,
once type of thing?
like I remember being little, growing up in San Francisco, and my cousin would play. I would say, play the Alicia Keys song, like I keep on falling in love with you, and he would
Oh.
just hop up on the piano and play that beautiful piano. He'd play the Charlie Brown song.
Yeah. Where they're like.
Yeah, he could just play anything. His and then
And
his dad like played the bongos, and they were like just such a musically inclined family.
and
Just
like
like
did
tight.
is he the one that taught you how to play the piano?
No, I took piano lessons when I was in kindergarten and first grade, and I quit.
They gave it to you at school? That was an option? Oh, like an extracurricular type of thing. That's cool. That's one of the goals for sure for me is to learn how to play a piano because that, like, there has been so many times that, like, simply by hearing that music live, like, from a pianist, like, instant fucking tears because that shit is so beautiful and so magical. Like, especially like the fact that the guys are like that really just go in on that and you just see their fingers going all around the keyboard. It's fucking cool because it's like, how can you mesmerize exactly what like key points, where to go, like your distances and everything, like all the notes. It's pretty fucking cool. And so like with that, when you're out here like dancing and stuff, like do you ever feel like there's like something that has your heart more, like either the dancing or like the I'm sorry, what is it called again? The when you're on the silk aerial.
The aerials.
Mhm.
Well, I haven't really been doing that. I just pretty much do like contortion is like what I prefer to do now is like bending, flexibility with like movement.
Can you like
Oh, like
sorry.
okay, yeah, like hand balancing,
Uh-huh.
balancing with like splits and movement, and just that's.
And what got you into that, the dancing or the aerial?
I had seen this girl that I knew in Vegas when, cause you know I live in Florida,
Mhm.
so I see this girl years later, like 10 years later, and I just was like, oh my god, she got so flexible and she taught so. I just like kept staying on her about having availability for taking lessons from her, and I trained with her for quite some years.
Yeah. Was it like
But she
well,
was older than me, and her flexibility transition, she was an adult when she did it, and she's super tall. Like, it was just like, wow. It
like
was inspiring. It was super motivating because I knew her before, and she had like.
you're like, bitch, I didn't even see you bend down for shit.
Exactly. And then she just came back like super dedicated and focused.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
so like you have all these like talents and you do all these things. So like what's like the one that you would think for you that was the most challenging? Like either like physically or mentally. Like what was the one that had you really struggling?
Um, well, I'm just naturally pretty athletic. I played
Mhm.
sports my whole entire life. So I would say when I did like first started lifting weights and I was like grew up not necessarily eating the healthiest. It was
Mhm.
more of a mental thing of getting on point with my diet
Mhm.
because it was really hard
It
for
wasn't
me.
even the stretches or the flips. She said
It was my
not
diet.
to eat.
Not to eat bad shit
Yeah.
like McDonald's, Taco Bell. I was a junk food junkie.
Yeah.
And like I just would like eat an entire jar of peanut butter at once, like just like crave
Peanut
sugars.
butter?
I swear to God, when they put you on diet, it's be like okay, it would be like so strict, and then it'd be like a tablespoon of peanut butter, and then it's like 1 tablespoon would turn into a whole jar.
A tablespoon of like
Swear to God. 1 tablespoon at a time, and so you know the jar's gone. But it's like you're so hungry, like trying to learn this diet because you're just used to eating whatever you
and like
want.
do you had a specific diet because of the aerials and stuff like that, or was it just because you want yourself wanted
I was
to be
put
on a diet?
because I was doing like fitness. I would try to do. I did like 2 fitness competitions. I didn't like that lifestyle. No offense to anybody, but it just was not for me.
Yeah.
But just a healthy life. But that changed my mindset for the rest of my life of like just trying to like eat like more regulated portions and take control of like building the physique that I wanted.
And that's cool because like what's weird is like you said that was the hardest part, but yet you've always been in sports too. So and it's funny because literally like every single time the um girls or the guys at school would like have they would be preparing for their games, like they were always the one that had the snacks. You every single person that played sports either always had the chips or the candies in their bag. Ironically. So were you like one of those girls that like you were getting ready to go play what you were gonna play, but meantime you had like hot Cheetos in your backpack and shit?
Sometimes it was like probably like Cheez-Its and Rice Krispie treats. But you know, if you think about it though, like every single time you would like travel and you played sports, you would usually stop at like, well, at least when I was in high school, we did this. We stopped at like close, like a mall, and we'd go to like a food court,
Mhm.
and we would like get crap food after the games. So
Yeah, like the celebratory pizzas and shit like
yeah,
that.
it's not, they don't even like give you positive reinforcement for like healthy nourishment food. It's just like trash food.
And so, like, right now that you've been doing all this, like, do you feel like you have, how do you say it, like, you're obviously like so fit and you're doing all this training and all this and that, like, do you feel like now that you're like consistent with it, when you do want to like eat and stuff, like, is it a mental battle for you to not do it, or to just be like, you know what, I am already at where I'm at, I'm gonna work out every single day anyways, fuck it.
Well, it's more like my eyes get swollen, so I can eat whatever I want and not really get like any weight too over the top, but my eyes will get super swollen and I'll have like food allergies because I don't know why.
Oh shit.
Because of retaining water or something. So I have to stay away from like gluten, and I have to stay away from too much sugar, and I have to be careful with what I eat.
Like swollen, like to where like you look high type of thing,
To like where
What
I
the
look
fuck?
tired.
I've
Or
never
I'll
seen
feel
that.
tired, and I'll feel equally as tired.
And that's from just eating too much of that type of stuff.
I don't know exactly what it is. It's bipolar. It's like the weather in Florida. It just, I don't know. One day my eye will be swollen, one day it won't. I don't.
You know
I
what?
get what I get.
You mentioned Florida. We see a lot of crazy shit that happens in Florida. What's your crazy story that you bring to us from Florida? Something that you're just like, honestly, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but this is what happened over there.
Probably when I got in trouble in Florida.
Okay, it was kind of inevitable that you were gonna end up being some shit from Florida, because if Florida people sound like a whole nother level. So what did you get into?
Well, I got into a car accident
Sorry.
with an off-duty police officer.
Oh, shut up. We're okay.
And I
But in his own
drove
car?
off. Yeah, I drove off because I had reasons why I drove off, okay? And
Oh
then like my tire broke off and sparks were flying everywhere, and then the axle broke, and I was in this like Chevy Silverado truck. So I pull into this parking lot, and I'm like oblivious that someone's following me. So I start like walking back because I'm like, yeah, what am I gonna do? Hit an Uber? They're just gonna like see that like I took an Uber from right here. Like this retarded. Why did I even drive off?
Yeah.
And my hair was in box braids, so I had purple, teal, pink, magenta, blue hair.
You're pretty fucking obvious.
It was like unicorn hair. And when I was walking back, the police were already there. They were state troopers. I was like, we're not even on the freeway. Like, why are these state troopers? And that's how I found out that it was a police officer. But I ended up telling the police.
Sorry?
No, I told them, fuck you 19 times.
To all of them?
To the two police officers. And they were so mad. And I, for certain reasons,
Hold on.
acted
You
this
said
way.
fuck you after you hit him?
It wasn't the police. It wasn't the person that I hit. It was the state troopers. They were being super mean. So,
honey, they had a reason to be.
But
like,
I was
what do you mean?
But I was like super like, you know, like already like, all right, life's over. Like thinking I'm gonna go to prison for certain.
Oh, you're like, fuck it, I'm going out.
Yeah, I know, for certain reasons. Like I already was just like, oh my god, like my life is fucked. So basically what ends up happening is I started doing where you step over the handcuffs to get them back in front of your stomach.
Oh, okay.
So they have the cuffs
like,
behind my wrist.
Flexibility shit right here.
So they were getting a good joint, and they just start tightening the cuffs and start tightening cuffs. And what ends up happening is I don't know how long that went on for. It went on for a while. And then they put me into the back of the cop car. And they said some shit, and I like spit. So that gave me attempted assault and battery on two police officers.
Because you
But then that
on
wasn't
them?
even a real charge. So the judge made it assault and battery. And I was like, oh, my God. And then they gave me resisting arrest with violence to his person. And then I asked them to let me out to use the bathroom, and they wouldn't let me, so I peed in the back of the cop car.
Where did you want to go? Where did you want to go?
I just had to go. So, anyways, the thing about it was, I said to them, because my attorney was like, you said fuck you to them 19 times. And I was
they
like,
counted that
but
shit.
I was like, I don't understand why they're so mad, because they weren't black. Like, if they were black and I said that, it would make a little bit more sense, but they were just so outraged. But, anyways, the cop looks at and he takes my ID, and he's like, you're Hispanic. This explains everything. And what ends up happening?
What?
Yes, he racially stereotyped me for being just like.
Was he like a white man?
No, he was Spanish, and I googled him and his ex-wife that divorced him. You
Hispanic.
can find out so much on Google. But anyways, we looked so much alike. Like, he hated me because she looked like him. They really did. We looked alike. It was kind of crazy, actually. I was like, wow.
That's probably why he chased you.
That's why you can find out so much information on the internet. For real, it's crazy, even for the police officers. So anyways, what ends up happening is, yeah, like, it was just one of the worst.
Let me ask you.
Crazy situations. I was in Florida.
So you peed in the back of the truck to get back at them.
No, I really had to go pee because it was like hours and hours. But that whole little scene kept me out of prison because, like I said, for certain situations.
Yeah.
Like,
I
would have, if they would have done some sort of type of testing to find out why I was behaved like that, instead of been like, oh, you're Spanish, then I would have been.
Oh,
then
okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I would have been screwed, but.
How old were you?
They were so retarded. They put that I was 28 years old, and they had my ID, and I had just turned 30.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, this should just be thrown out because he didn't even give
He can't even do this shit right.
Like, he didn't even put the right information down. It should just be thrown out of court right now.
Meantime, they got your younger sister
but
or something.
I luckily did not end up being a felon.
So, I know, like, when we met, you told me that, like, your brother was in acrobatics, and you were not allowed to be in taekwondo, and you wanted to do that, and you weren't allowed.
Gymnastics, yeah. It was in the same room, in the same studio.
Mm-hmm. So, like, with that being said, how would you feel like when your brother would go to that stuff and he would tell you, "Oh, look, sis, this is what I learned." Ba 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 ba. Like, did it give you, like, you were envious of him, or you were just like, you know what, like, I'm just gonna go ahead and practice in my room type of stuff? Like, how did that make you feel? Because to deny somebody something like that, like, unless it's like money's tight, okay, maybe we are understanding, but you made it seem like they just didn't want you to do it.
Yeah, so basically my grandparents, their money was not tight,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't make me, like, envious of my brother or anything, because I don't really possess that type of energy. I have it
if anything, like jealousy type of thing.
No, I'm not even jealous. I would stretch in my bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and I would study, and, like, I left my home at a very young age. I got sent away, so as soon as I got my own money, I just put myself in my own lessons. I think it gave me more motivation
to, like, be like, not to prove anything to anybody, but just be like, you know,
it was just something that I really wanted, and it was like when I finally got my own money, I could provide it for myself. Because if you think about a lot of kids whose parents put them in gymnastics or dance, how far do they go? Like, you know, it's their parents' dream. It's not even their dream, and then they stop wanting to do it. At least I know it was something that I really wanted to do, and just not being able to do it motivated me to go even harder.
Right. That's cool, because it's like, honestly, some kids probably would have been like, I never got the chance to do it, but, like, you, as soon as you got the chance to do it, you did it. So, like, when you moved out and stuff, was that, you said it was very young, like, can you tell us around how young you were?
Well, I got sent away when I was, like, 16, and then I got emancipated at 17.
Sheesh, that's really fucking young. How was that? Like, do you think it was easier for you back then if you were like that now? Like, if a 16-year-old or something like that now is, you know, out of anybody's reach like that, to where they have to fend for themselves, like, how was that for you?
Nothing really fazed me.
Yeah?
No, I think things fazed me less when I was younger. Like,
oh, well, yeah, the teenage mentality to where it's
I
like
just like
the world
Tupac,
can't
fuck
fight
all
me.
y'all.
Yeah, like the world can't do shit to me. We really do feel so invincible when we're fucking teenagers.
Yeah, like I had my first apartment in North Oakland in the Gaskill. It was so ghetto.
At
We had
least
our
you had an
beds
apartment
below the
though.
window. Yeah, I got it because it was called independent living skills, and we had to go through all of that and graduate high school. And then you got this program where it was like you got your first month 3 months rent for $60,
What
and then
the
it would go
fuck?
up for the next 3 months. It would be 120, so it would go up 10% with the cap being 600. And it was cool until everything I had got robbed.
You got robbed?
I came back and everything that I owned was gone out of my apartment, and they left an empty bottle of KY jelly on my bed. And then I moved from Oakland to San Diego. I was like, fuck this piece of shit place. I hate this
What
place.
the fuck? Do you feel like it was somebody like in your apartment?
Nah, I knew who it was.
You knew?
It was my roommate.
And what? She just
it was out
took
of
everything and
jealousy.
dipped?
It was no, she still lived there. She still lived there. She was all fucked up on shit.
It was like a setup type of thing.
Jealousy.
How did
I had
you
a good
feel?
job right out of high school. Haters hate. And she had lost her job. She was working at KFC.
Said it like KFC. Hey, at least she had a job. Can't knock nobody's hustle.
No. But we were cool after that, actually.
What the fuck? You're very fucking forgiving, because never. I would have.
I understood because we were in a group home together, and I just understand, like we came from a hard.
That still doesn't mean you gotta steal from. Don't shit where you sleep. Something like that.
Don't shit where you eat.
Oh, so
yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. It's basically don't fucking do bad shit where you live, because that's kind of dumb. How did you feel like? Okay, because I'm gonna say it this way. I've been robbed before, and I felt like violated in a way, like like if somebody touches you or something. I feel like I got that same feeling, because it was like, dude, my underwears are here, like my intimate things are in here. Somebody was touching my stuff.
I just wanted to fight every single person. Like I went from like being the girl that would hold doors open and being like smiley and like friendly, like I am back to now. Like it put like probably like a nice over a decade of just like mean mugs and cold, like getting in confrontations and like physical altercations and just getting in trouble. It just made me like go from this like nice person to like not trusting anybody.
Well, yeah, because literally your whole life basically got taken away. All your belongings and stuff. Was there something like sentimental that like you wish that you could get back even now that got taken away from you?
My music collection. They stole all of my CDs that I spent hours like making when I was little.
All the burned discs,
mixed CDs. Yeah, you just sat there on your laptop just downloading from like.
Meantime, you're watching this bitch listen to
downloads.
It right next to you. Bet you didn't think about it that way, huh? She's probably over here still listening to your tunes. Yeah, no, like for sure when you get robbed, it really does like make a switch. Like I got robbed by my neighbor too. It's pretty like what's so weird is we both got robbed by people that we literally seen every single day, and people can look you in your face and make you feel so fucking stupid.
You can feel the bullshit though.
The way it was with me, he was more like my friend, my ex's friend. So I didn't like him, period, because I felt the weird shit. But because it was his friend, I'm like, I mean, whatever, like, I guess you're cool. But in the back of my head, I was just like, this dude's grimy. But I never seen why until I seen why. I literally smoked him out the day before he robbed me.
That sucks.
He even took my fucking weed. Like, that's some fucked up shit. So like, what did you take away, like, from the whole experience? Like, once you were finally able to do what you wanted to do, like, how are you with, like, having children?
I don't want kids.
No?
Nope.
So fuck their dreams. I was going to ask you how you would handle if they would want something.
I mean, if I was a parent, I would be, like, not just their friend. And I wouldn't be, like, the strictest either. I would let them form their own identity. But, like, I wouldn't let them walk me like a lot of kids be telling their parents what to do. That shit would never fly ever.
Does that, like, for you guys that have like all these, flexibilities and stuff, like, does that ever like scare you? Well, not in your view, but like from your friends or something, like that their kids are kind of getting into that. Does that ever scare them? Do you
No.
see them worry or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
That's good. Because who knows what they obviously, you guys know all the injuries that can happen. She's over here hanging on the oven, girl. You gonna flip that shit? Like, calm down.
Right?
She sees you guys hanging shit on the stairs. She's gonna be over here swinging from that chandelier.
There
too.
was one time it was my 30th birthday, and we were at the Fountain Blue in Miami, and we did a pose. It was like 4 of us, and all the little girls are just at the edge of the pool with their mouth in awe. And then when we left, they were trying, and I was like, oh my God, where are these girls' parents?
You're like, this little girl's about to
And
drown.
I'm like, this is why they say no handstands in places.
That's cute. Like, at least like that, them seeing you guys, like, it sounds like all your friends are like into this type of stuff, no? Like,
Pretty much.
yeah. Are you guys
Energy
like
goes.
like a team or something, or?
I used to be on a team, but we went our separate ways.
And with that, with like it being a team, like, is it just like a team to go ahead and like train each other, push each other? Is it like you guys would do shows together and stuff like that?
It started just like a hustle, and then it turned into like shows.
Oh.
And then I broke off and I did an entertainment company, and that was pretty cool for a while. I got to perform at some really tight places. It's inside of a bubble.
Inside of a bubble.
Yeah, so if you've ever seen Bubble Boy, it was basically like Bubble Girl. So
Oh,
I would
shoot.
be like inside a bubble, and they'd fill it with air, like in a leaf blower. So you would be in there for like 10 minutes is about how long you would last with oxygen supply. So you would go on the pool and do flexible stuff like on the pools or like.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, so it was like in a huge like snow type globe ball.
I know what you like, the ones where they like you kind of run and then it just spins inside the pools and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you were doing stuff like that, like, cause it sounds like you've been doing stuff a little bit everywhere, like here in Vegas, Atlanta, Florida, like. So, what has been like the best like place you've done like your work at? Like, what do you think? What place gives you the most energy, the most excitement for your craft?
Well, it was really cool working for the entertainment company because it was always different locations. But when it was the Bitcoin, it was like a Bitcoin after party at the Versace mansion. And that was sick. It was like I had always wanted to like go to like this type of party, and it was like what I had dreamed in my head, and they almost shut it down. There was like 10,000 people waiting to get in, and the fire marshal almost shut it down, and it was packed. Like it was literally like insanely packed. And we were on the lollipop lyra, which is like the hoop with the pole.
Oh, okay.
And we started like pouring Dom Perignon bottles for people, and that was like nobody was coming up at first, and all the girls were like getting nervous. I was like, hold up, hey, like they need to take pictures. You want to get some free Dom Perignon? And they'd be like, okay. And then we turned it into like doing tricks on it and having fun with it, and it like got everybody to like come over and was like conversation grabbers, and they got rid of all the Dom Perignon like they wanted to. But it was so cool. There was like gold flakes in the food, and it was
and
like,
you guys were like able to enjoy the party as well?
not drink or anything, but we were able to like mingle, and it like we worked for 4 hours, and then we could like mingle and walk around by where the pool was, and it was pretty tight.
That's fucking
The Hard Rock.
wow.
Oh, the second other one that was really really tight was definitely where there's this group of guys that are like the richest guys in the world, and they travel to a new city every 24 hours.
24?
Yeah.
You don't even have time to have fun.
So they rented out the pool at the Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Florida. I don't know exactly what technical city lines that's in. It's like one big thing. But anyways, they threw Carnival. So I did the bubble for that, but they had Carnival dancers. They had flame performers.
Did you have the fit like the girls too?
Huh?
Did you have fit like the carnival dancers too? Like
Yeah.
the carnival, like the Rio type of
Yes.
stuff?
They had everything. They had the lollipop performers. They had like stilt walkers. They had everything.
Shit.
And there was like 30, 40. There was like 40 different performers for this event.
And like you guys were just like all on your own.
Everybody's always dressed up in costumes.
thing.
Like you're spending a couple hours doing costumes.
And you went with them like throughout these 24-hour trips?
No, they went from Miami. I mean, well, not Miami, Hollywood, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. It's all like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, like they went to Cuba after that. I remember, but I don't know where they came from. I didn't like talk to any of them. I was just a performer. It's not like I was mingling with them.
Those 2 gigs were from the company?
Entertainment companies, yeah.
Fuck. How did you feel like when you were mixing? Like, okay, so for the Versace one, was it like more like classy button up type of style?
It was
or
really
like
pretty. It was like a I had like the feathered, like the little feathered,
like the girls
skirt.
on the strip, like
not quite that much, but like light like that. And it was like a one piece. It's always stockings and like makeup, hair, like the full works.
And no, I meant like for the party, like how is
everybody
that,
was
like,
dressed to the tens. Like
yeah?
everybody was like dressed as nice as they could be. It's South Beach. They're right there on Ocean Drive. The Versace mansion at the Bitcoin conference. Like everybody's trying to like make themselves seem like they're the richest person in the world.
And but is it still like at least like a cool party to where like everybody's vibing?
Everybody was
around?
good looking. That's where I was like, it was like, what? Like there was like not one bad looking person. Everybody looked so nice. It was just like, what? This is so sick.
Damn, that shit sounds like a dream to be
tight.
in the Versace mansion.
Yeah.
Was the man there himself?
In spirit, because you know he got killed.
Oh, never mind. I didn't know he was dead. I don't know brands like that.
Oh yeah, so the Versace guy got shot like in front of his own house.
Can't even. R.I.P.
Right.
Damn. Was that like when that happened? Was that after he passed or before?
No, he got killed years ago.
Oh, R.I.P. the goon. That's cool that you still got to go there.
Yeah, it's like rented out. It's a hotel and restaurant.
Did you guys like? Did you like make any good connections in these parties like that? Like people that would either want to hire you or like, you know what, hey, come teach my kid what you know.
I have, but not that particular party.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. That like that company obviously took you to a lot of places. If those are your top stories, like that's cool that you get to meet that type of people and see all these new places and all the people that you get to meet.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And then you come out here to Vegas. Like, is Vegas like? We don't seem like that, huh? We're more like.
I have a pretty wild story for Vegas too, though.
Yeah. What's your wild story for Vegas?
The Tech 9 music video at Mandalay Bay.
You were in his music video?
When I was like 22. I was more behind the scenes because like they took forever to get there, and I was like at the bar pouring double shots of vodka. But I was like, I don't mean to be rude. Where's the rap? I was like, where's the liquor bottle? I was like, this is a rap video, and it was.
I don't mean to be rude. Why are you hogging this shit?
They just all started busting up laughing, and pretty much like there was this like little person there, and he was on top of the bar as the bartender. Is this music video called Elevator, and I just kept sipping the liquor out of his cup like in between takes, and they were like, oh, this girl's on drugs, and I was like, no, I'm not. Like if I was, I would tell you. And
do you want
it was
some?
super cool though because like I had like I knew this one girl, but I didn't know her. I had seen her before, and they all had like fake titties, so we were sitting behind the poker table at the in the upstairs foundation room area. And I was like, look, you guys have fake titties, da 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 da. And I got them to like take their tops off down to their bras, and like
in the music video.
Yeah, and throwing like poker chips at their titties and stuff. And like I left the music video to go find food because I was wasted. So I was like, I'm hungry, I need to find food. And I walked
even
into
get to
the
meet
kitchen.
Tech 9.
No, I did. And they were like, you can't be in here. And I was like, I'm hungry. And there was like only like tomatoes and onions. So I came back with a box of tomatoes. And then the roadside manager gave me a bag of Doritos.
Okay.
And then Tech was like, I want some Doritos. I was like, you're going to have to get your own bag. So they brought him out a bag of Doritos too. Like and it was just, I was so lit. I was there with this girl, Melissa.
And you guys were just over here like
she was sober. I was
faded.
I was on my own I was in my
level.
own. I was on my own planet. I was just out of the zone. I
Yeah.
was just like, yeah.
Well, yeah, because you had double shots and you're about to meet Tech 9.
I was so lit.
We're
yeah.
going to see you in the background.
I was like, this is every little white girl's dream come true.
A black man and free liquor.
I was like, I love these people's, man.
Right?
I'm not like on groupie stuff, but it was just like the vibe. Like it was.
Well,
tight,
it's like anybody who meets like any
Like, I
famous
would be
person,
so
you're for
stoked.
sure going to be.
The best people to like the person I would be the most excited to meet would be Chris Brown, just because he dances the way he does.
Oh, yes.
You know,
His
like,
moves
I
are.
was just like, I would just sit there just watching him dance. Like,
If I could dance, I would dance just like Chris Brown. He's for sure
for
like
real.
the moves that he does are sick, and the way it's like his whole body's double jointed.
He's
The way
so
he
elegant, the
freaking
way he
pops
moves,
shit.
but such a beast at the same time.
Yep. So like when you are like out here in all these places and stuff like that, like do you have like your own little ritual that you do before like you hit the stage or anything? Or like a little prayer, any warm up, like what's your little
Well, I'm always like doing some form of stretching, breathing, focusing on my breath, breath
don't-
work.
you don't do like a little like, all right, bitch, you got this. Remember da 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 da, like a little speech or something like that.
I don't really hype myself up like that. It's more like internalized. Like I just like breathe and I just like focus on things going the way I want it to go.
That's good. You're kind of like, it seems like your mind state is always just like, I'm gonna fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And so like you said you do some of these, like you and like your friends sometimes do these like kind of faded. So like
Yeah, we used
how
to.
does that work when you guys are literally over here like swishing your tummies around like
Oh, it would be sometimes ecstasy pills, mushrooms. Mushrooms was the big one because it'd be like you're up in this lyra so high up in the air and the light shows with the smog and it was sick.
it was?
Yes.
I thought that would be pretty scary.
Nope.
And it like does that like when you guys like are doing
The
stuff
only
like
time that it would get a little bit of annoying was when I used to eat too much ecstasy pills and I would just keep sweating and then it's like I couldn't grip very much, so then I just would do splits
because
the
the
whole
sweat
time.
would like make the grip less.
Yeah, like I can't hold someone's hand or if I'm just like repelling it, I'm like trying to lock wrists with someone and I can't lock your wrists because my hand is a water faucet right
That's
now.
cool. But like
No, it's not cool because I just ruined everything right now, but it's okay.
well for
there's
her
ways-
because you're gripping
There's
onto
ways
her.
around it. Grab my shoe, bro. Okay, today you're gonna grab me by the ankle and we're just gonna hold contortion poses all
And
day.
you guys would do it together, like you and your teammates?
Sometimes there would be like 4, 5, 6. The most there ever was 8.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring it into our first segment, because that Versace sounds like a fucking dream. So, speaking of dreams, though, I wanted to ask you. Well, let me explain the segment. So, what this segment is, I ask you, have you had any past dreams that have stuck with you? And I'm talking about like sleep dreams. Any recent dreams, like anything crazy that you've had, like I said, either in the past or now. Have you had a recent dream?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, you know, whatever. Like, cause our dreams are honestly like unfiltered. There
Like
are
the dreams in this. When I'm sleeping, or like,
yeah, dreams when you're sleeping. Not like I have a dream type of thing. More like like sleep dreams. Because dreams, they're out of
Well,
pocket.
I had quit smoking weed for a little while there for like 3 months just recently.
Oh shoot.
And I was dreaming crazy dreams all the time and like waking up in like piles of sweat because I was actually dreaming. But I can't say that I've been getting too many dreams because I started smoking weed again.
So what's a crazy dream that you've had right now? Like, wow, when you quit smoking, like what was one of the ones that had you the most fucked up in a way?
So I always see this guy in a trench coat.
Like a long black one or something.
Yeah, and he has a knife.
And he kills you, and then
Nope.
what? You wake up.
I don't die. It's right before he kills me. But then sometimes I'll tell him, I know you're a dream. Like, go away. And I can control it, but only sometimes.
What the fuck? And like, what? Like he just is staring at you, looking at you. Like, does it give you like I'm gonna kill you energy, or is it like I'm just watching you?
It gives me like eerie goosebumps for the rest of the day. Like, I like had it every single night growing up.
What do you feel like that's somebody that you've probably met before or something?
Definitely something subliminally because something it's the same reoccurring dream. So there's
Yeah,
definitely something to it.
that's crazy. Like I've like because of this segment, I've heard people say that they do have that like reoccurrence and like either the person or like the situation, and it's like I've personally me never had a reoccurring dream like that or like person in my dreams, but like hearing stuff like that, it really is like how you said subliminal. Like it makes you wonder. Obviously, for you, I bet you're wondering like, who the fuck is this guy? How the fuck does he know me? Or like when you go ahead and you tell him like, I know you're a dream leave. Like what happens after that? Do you wake up or like does it walk away? Like how does that go for you?
Sometimes I wake up, sometimes I have to stay stuck in the nightmare. It just depends. But when I wake up, usually it's just the same thing I always do: drink some water, hit a bowl,
Okay. 4 in the morning,
cuddle with
hitting
my
that
dog.
shit. I feel like honestly, like when I do have bad dreams, like when I have a bad dream and my dog's not in here or my cat's, it feels worse than like when you do have your pet right there with you. Like when you wake up and you're scared and you know, oh, you got me. Like it's like a weird sensation, but it's
I had a
true.
crazy dream though. The craziest dream I think I had was my sister and my mom were like in a crack house. It was fucking so trippy. I was like, they don't even do like I'm like, they don't even do drugs. Like my sister does not even drink. I was just like, the
You don't
fucking the
drink because you do
craziest
crack?
dream. It was just like the craziest dream. I was just like, this is not my family at all. Like they were so strung out on drugs. I was like, what does this mean though?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Your sister's like, I want to try crack.
Yeah.
Damn. I've never really like with like families and siblings. I don't think I've had dreams. I've had a dream once where like my mom was drowning, but like other than that, like I never really like my dreams more like they come out my ass in a way. Like they're so unexpected, mostly violent. Honestly, it's like I'm either chasing somebody or somebody's chasing me. But like actually, I have had a reoccurring dream. I've dreamt that like Vegas is on fire.
Really?
Why I don't know, but I do. That is actually one of the reoccurring dreams I have, where I see my city on fire. Whether or not I'm saving it, I don't know. Whether I'm the one burning it down, I don't know. But my city is always on fire. That one for sure scares the shit out of me, because Vegas is like a place to where like it's more prone to attacks. Like when people are gonna go for bigger cities, and we're one of the biggest cities out here. Um. All right, so for me, I haven't had a dream this week. Not that I can think of. So I'll hit you guys on the next one. I think your dreams are pretty cool. Like for like you to have reoccurring dreams like that, like at least you were able to like oh be so aware to where you can look in your dream and tell you, I know you're a dream. Get out of here.
It's called lucid dreaming.
And when you do that, like do you feel more scared because you're like, oh shit, now I'm really here with
No,
you?
because then I can take control. When I realize I can take control of my dream, I like my dreams. But that's like when you realize, like, hey, like, I'm in my dream right now, and then you can control your dream. But that doesn't happen every time I dream. That
Yeah.
happens maybe 15% of the time I dream. But I
That's
don't even
cool.
dream all of the time.
Do you like practice that? Like lucid dreaming in a way?
I always like pray that it happens.
Oh shoot, that's cool.
Like I try to tell myself that's what I'm gonna do before I go into dream state. But I also like don't sleep with the TV on and
Mm-hmm.
don't like lights on, and I like to drink tea and do like a ritual bath before I go to bed. So
No music, no nothing, just like silence
silence.
and darkness.
Yes.
Oh, you're bold. I can't. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have to have like right now that like if I'm sleeping with my man, okay, I can sleep in complete silence. Darkness, that's another thing. Like, I either have to have a candle or I have to have like the light dimmed down. For sure, darkness is one thing I will never do by myself or with somebody. When I'm by myself, like I can do like having the lights off and stuff, but like I said, either a candle or something. But for me to sleep in like silence by myself, I feel like that's the most scariest shit ever, because it's like when your mind fucks with you and it makes you hear shit that you know is not really there. Like that's what happens to me when I sleep by myself. So if you ever like have a sleepover with me, just know I'm a pussy and we're gonna sleep with the lights on because I can't do that. That's you're kind of like, don't take this wrong, but you're pretty insane. Like
Yeah, no, I know I am. I
that's
really am though.
crazy for because I mean no shit. That's the way you're supposed to go to sleep. Lights off, TV off, everything.
Mhm.
But maybe I'm just a pussy. Maybe you're okay and I'm just a
I
pussy.
used to have music on and all the time, but then it's just like as I got older, just like more silence
It's like more calm and a peace of mind.
and just think, just nothing's influencing my thoughts.
True, cause like depending on like what you're watching too can for sure like tap into your dreams with you. Okay, so that was our dream segment. So if you guys want to go ahead and drop your dreams in the Google Forms, you can go ahead and do that. It's listed in the bio, and we can read that your dreams on the podcast. It's 100% anonymous. I have to practice saying anonymous because I say it wrong all the time. Um, so you guys can go ahead and drop it there. Links in the bio. So this segment right here, it's a period app segment, and on like this period app that I have, it has like a women's chat, and it gives you like questions and scenarios that you can go ahead and like you could either answer it with your own answer, like with the answers that it gives you. So with what you do, like all these acrobatics, all this high level fucking shit, basically. How do you handle it, like when you're on your period? Like, do you use like cups, special underwears? Like, how
No.
does that go for you?
Well, actually, because I try to like take care of my diet pretty well. There's this book. It's called The Sacred Woman,
Mhm.
and it talks about like womb dysfunctionality. And when you are eating right and you're in good health, and you have mucus not just in your nose but throughout all the
Yeah.
systems of your body, and you're like in a hormonal balance, your period doesn't last that long, and you don't have very bad blood clots, and you don't have bad period cramps. So that's usually a good indicator to me of like if I'm being healthy and taking care of my body, which is like our temples. So I don't really have too bad of period cramps unless I'm eating like shit, to be completely honest. And right before my period, I lose flexibility, but during my period, I am like super flexible.
What?
Yeah.
You lose it before?
And like you're just more tighter because
Uh-huh.
like when you're on your period, you're like losing toxins. So like
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but you could ask like anybody who does bending that's a female. They'll tell you they notice that same type of pattern, that when they're on their period, they're super bendy. Right before their period, you're like, oh, like a little sluggish, a little more
Oh,
probably
what
weighed
the
down,
hell?
water weight maybe. I don't know. I
I
can't tell you why. I don't know the physiology behind it, but
That's fucking. I've never heard of that shit.
yeah,
But
I
the
know
more
too.
you
Like,
know.
because I study massage and
Mhm.
practice
Mm.
for quite some time. Working like a foam roller in the ankle, the knee, and like the hip flexors can really help with period cramps.
Okay, you're gonna see me dangling my feet now from now on when I'm on my period. So like, um, do you like I said, because our question today is, ever used period underwear? Would you use it again? Have you ever used period underwear
I
before?
mean, if I'm just lounging around my house and if I would have a bad period, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have bad periods. I'm pretty lucky and fortunate.
And so like, if you guys don't know what period underwear is, they're basically like underwear that it's kind of like a pamper, really, where you literally can just like free bleed into it, and it's like it's made to hold the blood
Oh, I
in.
guess no. No, I don't have underwear like that. I just thought you meant like old underwear that you
Like
would wear
period
like a
panties,
period
yeah.
liner in.
I see
No.
what you're saying. No.
No, that's too disgusting to
Yeah,
me.
girls,
That's foul.
for the men that don't know, girls, we
No.
have period panties, and our period panties are the old panties. We don't care if an accident happens, fuck it. But yeah, same, like if you use period panties, that's your choice, but for me personally, I think I'm with you. Like, to sit around in my blood all day, like it even sucks like when you have like a pad
I
that's already pretty
understand
wet,
though why they would do that, because they put so many toxins inside of the tampons.
and pads, and you're with the cups, you're literally shoving plastics in there. Like,
There's just so much like toxins in it. Yeah.
that probably is like one of the
I
most
was just reading
natural
an
ways.
article today about like what was it, PSEs or different toxins in the body and how they break down. And there was like one saying like the PSCs or whatever takes 7.5 years, like alcohol is like 4 years, like all these different, how long it takes for all these different things to break down in the body, and it was just like insane.
And like our tampons and stuff like that have all these things in them. So who knows? Like maybe they can clog you, give you infections, like that. Well, that's obviously like why like when you have stuff in or on for too long, you can for sure get sick. But um, I'm gonna go ahead and read at least two of the girls' answers from this question. So one girl said, I love mine. I feel way less worried about leaking when I use them with other products, and they're more comfortable than other products at the end of my period. But that kind of like defeats the purpose because she's basically saying I wear the panties and wear other products. So it kind of like, I mean, I guess it's just for a
Maybe
backup.
I would ask the girl like maybe she has a heavy flow
True.
and it's like a backup.
What's weird, like, I still would feel like if I'm staying because it's like how much like how durable are these panties to where you're really not leaking through your pants, like, and if you already do have a heavy flow, like, so what, you just feel like it damped on the bottom. I don't know how these period panties work, honestly. I'm very confused. I don't know where the blood goes. Do you feel it? Do you not? Do you have any like friends that like when you guys are like doing your stuff, like, has there ever been an accident like that to where like, girl, like, you had blood dripping down your legs when you were up there and
No.
low key fell on stage?
No, I think that when you're like at that level of like, um, you just become of like, you become in tune with your body when you like dance or like when you work out or you're just like very on strict regiments. You're like
You're more like
you're aware.
Yeah, paying
You
attention
can like
to
feel
it
when your period starts.
One more girl said, I love using them. I don't think they cater to every flow type, but I've been able to save some cash and it's definitely worth the investing in a couple of pairs. That's pretty true though. Like that for sure will save you a shit ton of money, but I don't think it's for anybody that has a light flow. That's for sure.
I mean, I think maybe if you just don't want those toxins in your body.
Or maybe
there's
people
a lot
have
of
allergic
very harmful toxins in tampons. I know that.
Yeah,
I try to get the organic, but I mean, how
no,
much
that's
of
what I'm about to tell you. The organic ones, like, are you talking about L?
I don't know the exact brand, but I always just try to buy organic because like I know what it is. It's like what they use to something with like motor engines or something like that. Harmful toxins tampons. Let's look it up. It says dioxin can be found. So it says small amounts of dioxin may be present in the cotton or wood pulp raw materials used to make tampons.
And that's what you said comes from like the engines and stuff?
Um, okay, so dioxin from bleach, pesticide residues from conventional non-organic cotton, and mystery fragrance ingredients. There's a lot of stuff in there that can disrupt hormonal imbalance. That's for damn sure.
Fuck. I know I had to stop using specific tampons because it really started fucking with my hormones.
Dioxin is one of the most dangerous chemicals on the planet.
What the fuck? And we're putting that in our bodies? That's probably like for them to stop us like from reproducing. Let's see. Okay, for the next question is how do you, and this kind of goes along with this episode that came out today or last week for you guys. How do you keep the spark alive in a relationship? Um for you, like, I guess like for you that's probably like more of a difficult question cuz like I bet guys with you they're more like I've never had a girl do this type of shit to me, like what is going on?
I do not really give a dating advice or relationship advice because I always date assholes. So I would honestly just like,
We have a type.
yeah, I have a type and it just gets worse and worse and worse. They're crazy. Oh my god. But yeah, I just saw this like meme about Pamela Anderson, and she was sleeping with 5 dogs, and she said it was the most romantic relationship that she had ever been in her life.
Like sleeping with the dogs.
No, just like cuddling with them. And I would just say like, I feel her on that. My best relationship is with my dog. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I like to just be single and have my own bed, and I can control the temperature of the room, the noise of the room. I know what I'm gonna eat. I don't have anybody to like hate on what I'm gonna do for the day, or like try to like put down an idea, or I prefer to be single. Just the relationship don't work for me. The person that I want doesn't want me,
Mhm.
and the person who's stalking me is just like
You have
not
a
the guy I want.
stalker too?
Oh my god, an ex who just will not let go.
How long has it been?
Well, we broke up a year ago, but
Oh, that's
he's
not.
still. We dated for only 6 months, you know, and it was just like one of those things where he was like really possessive and control, and he's Puerto Rican, and he just was like too much, and it was just like he was really controlling from the beginning, and I got myself into a nightmare, like Freddy Cougar status.
But so like, since you like you said you don't necessarily want the relationships, like when are you in one, like what is something that you do to spice stuff up, like with the couple? What would you do with the guy with the little dick? How would you spice that up?
I mean, I think I loved my Cuban the best. So,
Mhm.
I mean, like, there was one time we were on the Venetian Causeway, and the sun was beautiful. So, like, he's an old school car collector, and we were one of his old school Impalas. And it was like a pretty turquoise color. It was my favorite car he had. And I gave him
It's
head.
okay. We're open as fuck on here.
I gave him head on the causeway.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, that was one time where he would never be able to forget me for the rest of his life, actually.
The causeway is like a train or something?
No, like the causeway is a bridge over the waterways, and they open up. They open up and close for like The Departed for boats.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're talking about. The big ass ones, like they did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And the scenery. Oh.
Yeah, and the
that
skies
is
were
definitely
like cotton
spicy.
candy. Yeah.
That's romantic and freaky.
Yeah.
That's like a dream.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Talking to a freaky one, and for me, this shit is the romantic shit. For me, like personally, what I do to spice up stuff is like honestly, like just being open. Like, you know what? Hey, let me tell you something. I wanted to try this with you, or you know what? Like, I like to do it where I tell my man, like, fuck it. Like, anything that you want to do to me, just fucking do it. Like, I'm open for whatever. Like, if you want to go buy some shit, let's go buy some shit. Like,
I would say alcohol and drugs was a huge factor. So it just depended on
for sure, like
that, to be completely honest. But the guy that I dated and was in love with, like, he doesn't do drugs.
Mhm.
So
the dude, like,
yeah.
Honestly, like for me, like if you really want to get extreme spicy level, like if you ever fuck on
Couple
ecstasy,
shots. Oh yeah.
no,
sure.
fucking on ecstasy is like, dude, you probably will have a one night stand, but you will think that this person's your soulmate because that shit is so fucking amazing. Like the first time I did it, I didn't realize, like, we started like at what, 8, 9, and when we were done, I was like, what time is it? It was 7 in the fucking morning.
Half a day.
7 in the fucking morning, and it felt like we were just barely like
30 minutes.
It was so fucking insane to me because I'm like, dude, like, yeah, I've been drinking water, but I have never fucked like this. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? It made me feel like, I don't know, like magical in a way. It was some crazy shit fucking on ecstasy. It's just like Biggie said. I think he said something about doing ecstasy and fucking. But shout out to Biggie. Yeah. So that's if you want to get really extreme. You guys don't have to do that though. And drunk sex, I can't. I'm out. I'm out like a light. I'm not even pillow princess. I'm out like a fucking light.
That's hilarious.
It depends. Like if I'm like barely like at that, I'm getting tipsy. Like it's like, okay, now we can wild out. But if I'm drunk, no. We're gonna go ahead and read at least 2 of these girls' answers. God damn, these girls are giving paragraphs. All right. Somebody said, I love my boyfriend so much, and I think we have too much sex, and as a result, we decided to stop for a while. Now I feel so disconnected. Don't know why. Please help. Ooh. Huh. I mean, I think it's like if you guys both have a high sex drive, there's no issue with fucking all the time. Maybe it is like you guys do just gotta find something to like spark it up, because like fucking all the time isn't an issue. I don't think not fucking, like maybe they're trying to do that like, oh, I miss you sex type of shit when they're done. I feel like I miss you sex for sure is the best way to spark up something though, if like you're really not trying to get into freaky deaky stuff.
Or makeup.
Makeup
Sex.
Oh, okay.
Have a nice fight. I hate you, but I love you.
Start a fight for no fucking reason.
Exactly.
Have you done that? I feel like everybody's done that before.
I mean, I just think that, like, I'm dramatic because I'm a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And a woman. Let's be honest. We're dramatic.
Yeah, I'm dramatic.
Well, at least like that you can have all the makeup sex you want, because you could automatically
to the girl
fight.
Who said her thing about, like, there's sexual abstinence in a relationship. Well, maybe it's an indicator that you just have sexual chemistry.
True. Like
what do you have in common then?
That's maybe what I'm seeing. Like there's no I don't see an issue of you fucking all the time. But maybe
that's like, are you trying to find out if you guys only have sexual chemistry? Like,
instead of intimate.
Dry. Maybe.
This is true.
I don't know.
She's probably over here overthinking herself now. Another girl said, I'm not sure how to ask this, but what do you do if your partner felt disgusted after seeing your period pad, even though he... Honey, that doesn't even have to do with this. Let me see. Have you ever had a man see, like, your period products? Like, were they ever, like, disgusted by it?
I mean, that seems pretty normal. It's kind of disgusting even when I see it myself.
True. True.
It's like, how do we do this for once a month and still survive?
That's when I was a kid. That's when I like blew my fucking mind. I was like, okay, so do we not bleed out? Like, what if I'm bleeding too much? I do fucking die.
Like on opening up like a jellyfish. Disgusting.
One girl said, keeping mystery is important. I think it's always important to have secrets and uninterrupted personal time.
Yeah, I think personal time, you gotta be your own person for sure.
Because then it's like, it's gonna be like, damn, like, I see you all day, I'm fucking you all day.
They're
like
resentful towards each other over the smallest, dumbest shit.
Yeah, everybody really does need to have their own little space, like, away from their partner, because eventually, like, you guys, like you said, they get resentful, they get irritated. Like, for sure, space is definitely a thing. You don't even gotta, like, physically be away from them. Like, just basically, like, all right, I'm gonna work on my stuff, you sit there and do whatever you're gonna do. But for sure, like, I feel like that's what happens a lot with, like, married couples. That's probably why they do end up, like, falling out of love or whatever, because they spent so long together without, like, you don't even have to spice stuff up sexually. Like,
or I feel like one-sided relationships get really tiring too. Like, when you're the person that's always giving and someone's always taking, that's a quick way to drain a relationship.
Well, yeah, because that person's eventually gonna, like, you're gonna kind of make them feel down about themselves, because they're gonna be like, why don't I get what I give type of shit.
Yeah.
But that was it for our segment. Like I said, you guys don't have to get spicy, like, or whatever the question said, sexually, like, to spark up your relationship. You could do a lot of stuff that's not sexual to spark up your relationship, honestly.
Like a nice romantic dinner.
Something different, yeah, like something you
massage,
guys don't usually do.
Sensual massage with a nice body oil, candles lit.
And who doesn't want a massage?
A little
like,
dress up, like in a cute little outfit.
Yeah, something different. Like, you guys could probably pick each other. There's so much that you guys can do to spice it up that's not sexual. But if you really want to have real good fun, hit the sex store. They'll let you know cool shit that you can try. I'm gonna keep on the run. I'm gonna have me some fun. It cost me my very last.
So the question is, what is a secret or an embarrassing moment that you have kept from her?
There's a couple of them. There's actually several. Recently, let me think. I'm trying to think, man. A secret, something embarrassing?
Embarrassing or a secret, yes, sir.
A secret. Shit, I can't think, man. I'm trying to think. Fuck, man. Oh yeah, I crashed into a lady and I didn't tell her. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it was pretty hard. It was pretty wild.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck.
didn't tell her. And it was in a work shirt, so I didn't.
Oh shit, I wouldn't tell her either.
So I'm not gonna tell you the name of the podcast. My boyfriend won't tell your boyfriend the name of the podcast. And the only question that we have for you guys, what is one thing that you have never told your partner before? One secret. It's gonna be anonymous to where he will never know and you will never know each other's secret.
Oh shit. Let me think really, really hard. I guess in the beginning of our relationship, I didn't really take him seriously, and I had no idea that I would end up marrying him.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think my relationship was going to get anywhere with him.
Yeah.
We did not have anything in common. I was a wild child, and he was such a serious person, and I did not see a future. I was just in it for the ride.
Do you think that now you kind of made him like a wild child with you, or did he calm you down?
No, you know what? I think we balance each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Are you like...
So the question is, what is a secret or embarrassing moment that you haven't told her?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. No? I can't think of it. I don't know.
No?
I tell her everything.
All right, so the one question I have, well, I'm gonna let you know, he's not gonna know the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
You won't know the name of the podcast.
Okay.
You won't know his secret, and he won't know your secret. So, what's one secret that you haven't told your couple before?
I don't forgive him.
You don't forgive him?
Yeah.
Would you mind asking? I think honestly, I think they could tell.
Yeah.
But would you mind telling us what you don't forgive him in? Is that why you were choking him out right now?
I was mad
Yeah.
because he took pictures with the naked girls, but I don't know. It just hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I tell him a lot of things. I think. I mean, he's done a lot bad, so I always tell him. You know, I understand we all make mistakes, but I don't forgive him.
Do you have maybe? Okay, so you don't forgive his mistakes, but do you have a mistake of your own, like a secret of your own that maybe you got your lick back one time or something and he doesn't know about it?
Never done nothing like that. No.
No?
No, actually, no.
So the question is, what is a secret or an embarrassing moment that you have not told her about?
Secret or embarrassing moment I have not told her about.
Yes, sir.
I can't think about it right now. Probably would be. Hold on, cut it. I gotta think. Are you good? Would be that one time I used her toothbrush. Probably never told her that I used it. Right?
That's a funny one. I like it. Thank you.
All right, so I just wanted to ask, what's one secret that you've never told your new husband? You guys are already married, right?
Yeah.
Your new husband.
One secret?
Yeah, he's not gonna know your secret. You're not gonna know his secret. Today might be your last day to let the secret out. And neither will your friends. No, they're not gonna know.
I don't think I have any secrets.
No?
No.
Either way, congratulations. Thank you.
So basically the question is, what is a secret or an embarrassing moment you have not told her yet, or you don't want her to find out yet?
Shit. That it's hard for me to like be emotional. I would say so. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's hard to be emotional.
I like that.
All right, so basically, I just wanted to ask you, what's one secret you haven't told him yet? You won't know the name of the podcast. He won't know the name. You won't know his secret, and he won't know yours.
I literally have no clue.
Maybe something that happened in your past, something that you're maybe doing right now, and he doesn't know since it's still fresh and it's not that serious, you know? Because a lot of the answers we get is when we first started dating, I did this or was doing this.
I was talking to somebody else, I guess, for a little bit, but not anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, like while you were talking to him at the same time?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. All right, let's just see if they're done.
The question it is, what is an embarrassing moment or a secret you have not told her yet?
Embarrassing moment or a secret I haven't told my wife?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. The funniest and the most embarrassing things that I've ever happened, I've told her. Like me and my wife talk about everything. The one time, like my most embarrassing moment is like one time we was having sex and I farted. But I told her that. You know what I mean? Like that happened. So I've never not told her anything.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. She knows everything.
Sweet. Well, thank you for that story. I'll use that one.
So basically, you're not gonna know the name of the show, and he won't know the name of the show. You won't know what he says, and he won't know what you say. Would you be okay with telling me one secret that you haven't told your partner before? Whether it be now or before, way before, like when you guys first started dating or something like that.
That's literally my best friend, so I tell him everything. Like, there's nothing about me he don't know at all.
That's good. So, not even like a secret, like maybe one time I dropped his toothbrush in the toilet and never told him, or like anything like that, like anything accidental or something like that. We had one person say, I ran over somebody and his girlfriend didn't even know. Maybe something embarrassing that you've done and he doesn't know about it. You sharded or something.
Oh, girl, no. We done been through too much stuff.
Right.
That he does not know. I just recently bought my son some shoes and I didn't say nothing to him. I mean, but I know that sounds stupid, but...
No, it doesn't, because my mom would take us secretly shopping too, and we would have to hide everything and not say shit. So that is a big secret.
It's not nothing like that, but I just bought him I bought him some dunks and I didn't tell him, but it's not like I'm hiding it from him. I just wasn't like, babe, I bought them. Because I know my grandma used to have to do that. Like, she still sneak to this day and give me money, so.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. Okay, so that was our new segment, What Happens in Vegas. I'm still working out the quirks on how exactly to schedule this, how exactly to transition into this. Just know that it's a work in progress, so hopefully you guys are patient with me and can still enjoy this with me. So last week you said what you thought first, huh?
Yeah, so it's your turn.
All right, for me this week, I feel like this week it was our first time doing it in Vegas. Last week's was in Santa Monica, so for the premiere. So this time I think I feel like the couples here were more secretive in a way. We got denied more than we got denied in Cali, huh?
Yeah, way more.
And I don't know why. Why do you think we got told more this time than we did in Cali?
Sin City, there's a lot of sin out there, I guess. There's a lot of things that people don't want to tell, and I feel like out here they're both couples, like in Cali at least it seemed the male majority were kind of the ones that were like, no, I'm good.
And then here was the girls, huh?
Yeah, here the females were kind of like, none.
There was like, we would ask groups at one point, and there was like girls that like, we weren't even fucking talking to them, and they were like, no. And I was like, good, bitch, because I was not asking you. Like, you're single as fuck. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you right now, homegirl. And like, yeah, we got rejected more this time, but it's pretty weird because like, another thing is some of the couples are down, but the second we tell them that they can't hear each other's things, all of a sudden it's a fucking issue.
I feel like just because of the fact that it is a secret, so it's like, what are they saying? On one of the people today, like, that you guys are going to hear, he was saying, oh, yeah, I don't have a secret,
They already heard it. This is for after.
Oh, okay, well, people in the background were kind of egging him on and were like, yeah, you're a liar, you have secrets, and it's like, you never know, like, I guess.
It was just random bitches. I don't think this fool knew these girls.
I don't think so either, but it's just the fact that it's like, I feel like we were more in a closed space in a way to where people didn't want to tell their secrets out loud.
But we were we were at downtown, so it was like nobody's gonna hear this shit. Plus, it's just like there's so many nosy girls here in Vegas. Like with that guy, there was bitches listening in, telling him things, and like making him feel awkward. Like in his mind, girl, he don't know if you're gonna go snitch to his girl. Like I wouldn't say shit either if it was around people. So then there was like I instantly got so fucking pissed. You know that one couple that was married, right? That had just got married.
Uh-huh.
They were taking cute wedding pictures under the Vegas sign, and it's hard as fuck to get cute pictures under the Vegas sign without somebody fucking up your shit. So they were literally like doing their thing, and they actually had the opportunity to like get a clear shot and everything. This stupid fucking drunk girl literally photo bombs their picture, their wedding picture, and is like showing half of her fucking coochie in that shit. And it was just like, you have no self-respect enough, or even respect period, because you're literally ruining somebody's wedding pictures. Like, I get, oh yeah, photobomb, but not during someone's fucking wedding picture, and especially if you're gonna show your coochie. Like, I'm sorry, this is probably like unneeded information, but it was just like, don't be that fucking person. Like, that shit instantly pissed me off. Like, you know?
I mean, I feel like there is, like you said, there is a moment where you should photobomb, or it usually happens like out of random. That's what makes it funny. But
no, that bitch she was unnecessary.
The fact that she did it then, and like she was trying to really get into it because she stopped while the people she was with kept walking, was like, bro, like.
And she was laughing, and it's like, I don't think you're funny. I think you're really just annoying. But be prepared if you guys come visit Vegas. Once girls are drunk, they're really fucking annoying. Like, I see a lot of dudes that they just space out, but these girls, like, anytime you go to downtown, you just see the most wildest shit ever with these females. But let's talk about the couples. What do you think about it was supposed to be me. For me, though, I think, like, I feel like these couples were kind of like, two of them were for sure with their own insecurities. Like the one girl where she's all like, he took a picture. Well, no, it might be insecurities, but then again, it might just be like, I would be pissed too. Like, why the fuck would you think it's okay for you to take a picture with some other bitch that's half naked? No. But the way she seemed like she did it, like, she seemed like kind of insecure about it, but I'm not sure. But for sure, like, jealousy was also a part of it. Sorry, guys. And for that one guy where basically he's like, I can't show emotion, it was just like, okay, like, straight up, like, respect, because he was able to open up about his feelings, and especially to some random dude. Like, it's weird, but like, I don't know how guys share emotion to other guys.
I feel like it's a lot easier for a guy to share with another guy, just because of the fact that it's like, you understand what he's going through, and if not, you're putting a different perspective on it. Whereas to, like, if you show it to a female, it's like you guys are dragged by your guys' emotions more than by your guys' thoughts, which for guys is the opposite in most cases. But yeah, they had barely started dating and shit, so I mean, it's
It makes sense.
understandable.
How about the guy that literally ran a bitch over and was just like, did he run her over? Or he got into a crash with her.
I'm not sure because
he sounded like he ran her over.
yeah, I was trying to get him to clarify, but he didn't want to. So like,
Yeah, so he ran the bitch over.
but it's like after that, I think he said that
it depends.
It was like in her car.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm like, damn, like if you ran somebody over, they think it's her doing it, you know. And I told him like I wouldn't want to tell you either, because it's like, I guess if nobody got hurt, no insurance had to be called, no cops had to be called, and obviously she's seen the car, so she doesn't know what happened to it, then it's alright.
Kind of like the other day when I used your car and I hit that shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to tell you either, but it's okay. Things
It
happen.
happens,
Accidents
guys.
happen. Accidents do happen. I understand why that guy totally rammed that bitch and just drove off. Completely understandable.
Okay.
Other than that, like, for the guy that was like fucking and farting, have you ever farted while we fucked?
That was actually my favorite one yet, because it was like,
he's like funny as fuck for that.
it was just because like even when I talked to him, he was like, dude, I don't have no secrets. They had been married for like 10 years, known each other for like
She had a nice
15.
rock on her hand too.
And
It
like
was pretty.
they obviously tell each other everything. They were a cool ass couple, it seemed like. And when he told me that, I was like, dude, like,
And all of our couples were pretty much older this time, except for that one couple where like the guy that doesn't have emotions, and like
yeah.
the girl that says I just talked to a dude at the beginning, which is like understandable because it's like when it's first starting, you're just like, is this really gonna be what it's really gonna be? Let me not drop my hose yet, but for most of the couples, they were pretty much older, and it's like it's pretty cool. Like their secrets aren't like anything like devious for against your couple. More is just like, I'm not gonna lie, I fucked up and did this, and I'm gonna get my ass whooped if they find out.
Well, and I feel it just because, like, even the guy with the toothbrush was like, I used her toothbrush and haven't told her, like, bro, that's some
I feel
small
like that
ass
fool was
shit.
lying. I feel like that fool was definitely lying.
That one was just funny.
I think that's bullshit. Because if you really don't got nothing to say, you wouldn't say that. I think that story is bullshit.
Well,
That's why I told her this may be your last chance to get this secret out. So I honestly think that dude's toothbrush story is bullshit. Because it's like, that's the secret that you're keeping from her.
well, you never know. There's
Unless
people
you got
that
dirty ass teeth, then yeah,
yeah,
I'd be pissed too.
exactly. But no, I even asked the guy that he said that he farted while having doing
I
the
use your
nasty.
toothbrush.
I know you do. I fucking know. But
Okay.
his was kind of funny because even after that, like, I asked him, I was like, did you like blame it on her? Like, oh, it was a queef, or it was you who did it, or whatever, you know? And he was like, no, to be honest, like, it happened. I kind of stopped, thought about it, and I was like, I'm stupid. If I stop, she's going to know. He's like, so I kept doing the deed. And he was like, after that, I kind of just let her know, like, hey.
Have you
I let
farted?
one. I have not. No.
Are you lying?
No. While
Okay.
doing the deed, no.
Okay.
But I feel like either his farts don't stink or like she was just rocking with it to the point where it was like, all right, it's whatever.
She's like, was that me?
You know what I'm saying? Like she even, I don't know.
Have I?
What?
Have I?
She has, boys, but she said that she didn't.
Have I? I'm being honest. Have I?
Just that one time that you said you didn't.
If I said I didn't, then I didn't.
Well, then why are you asking me?
Because I'm just double checking. There's for sure has been times where I've been like bloated, but honestly, shout out to that guy. He cracked me up. I think he has to be my favorite too. I don't know. There's like he's probably my favorite funny one, but for extremists, like we've had like one dude with the parents stabbing the other. This dude ran over a whole ass girl. Like we're gonna get into some crazy shit. Fuck, and they don't even know like we're doing this for spooky season either. They're bringing us the spooky season without even like telling us.
I feel like you said, this time around it was a lot of older couples. I'm thinking like older 20s.
I'm kind of
to
like
late 50s.
Like most of the younger couples, when they looked fucked up, they all looked pretty pissed. So I kind of didn't want to ask the younger couples because I don't like. I don't know. I don't want to like fucking start drama.
Funniest shit
They were
happened.
fucked up.
So the lady that she went up to ask if it was alright if she interviewed them as a couple. Tell me why we looked at these people, and I seen the man, and then the girl that he was holding. Meantime, the girl that he was holding looked younger, and he looked like an older man. And then there was like
I didn't realize how young she looked until I was in her face.
Friend that was walking with them, and that was like the mom of it. So she's over here like, oh, can I interview you two as a couple, whatever. And the man said no, and then the mom said no, and my lady kind of was like, why the fuck did she say no? I wasn't trying to interview her or nothing. That shit had me dead as fuck.
It turns out I was asking the wrong girl, thinking that was his girlfriend. Meantime, it was his daughter. I realized when I actually went up to them and seen her in the face, I'm like, damn, this bitch is young. Like, maybe he's gonna say no because he's controlling her or some shit. Meantime, it was this fucking kid. That's why I was like, why is this bitch being nosy? Nobody needed her input on this shit. But shout out to everybody that was down to hop on the mic. It's much harder to do this shit in Vegas, honestly. Everybody's assholes in downtown and on the strip, honestly. Like,
I feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're doing their own thing, like whether they're drinking, enjoying the light shows,
So we can have a laugh together, shit.
or
like,
even, well, yeah, but I mean,
I'm gonna start telling people it's for school. A lot of them are like, yeah, it's for school. I'm like, no, it's for a podcast. No, I'm good. I'm gonna tell you fuckers it's for school. Shit. But other than that, do you have anything else to say about what happens in Vegas?
it obviously doesn't stay in Vegas no more, boys.
We're bringing Vegas worldwide. But
Right.
other than that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. It's been pretty good. I did have one question to ask you though. Okay, because you had told me that you worked in the strip club, right?
Yes.
How is Halloween at a strip club? I've
Um,
never been to a strip club, but that sounds fun.
I just don't really like to work holidays so much. It's like usually like young people,
Mm-hmm.
just immature, drunk idiots.
Yeah. But how is it like for you guys? Like, do you guys dress up like for Halloween?
Some people do, some people don't. I mean, you're independent worker, so it's to each your own. I think my best costume I ever was the Mad Hatter, and I painted my face white and my hair orange.
Mad Hatter. Who's that?
From Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, the guy with the curly hair?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did all that.
Like, did you do the sexy version of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was one of my questions. It was either that question that I asked you right now or what's your favorite sexy Halloween costume? So
Something from
I got
Alice in
both.
Wonderland.
Yeah.
But
So
this
you're
year I
that's
wanna
your
be
thing,
something
huh?
completely different because of dancing. Majority of my life, I'm thinking Post Malone vibes.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be Post Malone.
No,
I
yeah,
was
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah?
Halloween, like put the fake facial hair on, like a nice warm flannel shirt.
Okay,
Something
so
a little different, like a
your
couple
stalker
braids,
really is gonna be like, "Who's that at
some
your
like
fucking door?"
tattoos all over the face, just like something a little bit different, not so serious, goofy, instead
Yeah.
of always trying to be like, "Look at me, I'm so sexy."
Yeah.
Because I have to do that for work.
Then she's gonna be a sexy Post Malone.
Or-
All right, so I appreciate you, Atlantis. Like, it was for sure so random, and it's like I said, I see it like it was a good opportunity, and it was fun to like get to know you and like see your world and see all these talents that you have. Like, you do so much shit and like deal with so much shit. That's crazy. It's like, but what you give me is like so much willpower from like the inside. It's like some people might see it as cockiness, but me seeing it like
that's
the
hilarious.
way I see it, I'm like, damn, like how you said, like, I know I can do it. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm already doing it. Like, that's cool that like your mentality is like you're so highly of yourself that you're obviously doing what you're doing and
Discipline.
like yeah. And like that's a bitch to get a hold of, honestly.
Yeah, it's discipline. Like when you spend 3 to 5 hours training
Mhm.
most of the days of the week for years, like you just get that confidence.
Especially because
But
you're
you start
talking to
out
yourself.
scary, but it's like anything becomes custom. Like riding a bike isn't necessarily like not scary the first time you do it, but
Yeah.
by the end it becomes fun. So
Yeah, and like you've learned all these different things, and like I'm pretty sure you had battles in your head while you're like doing your trainings, because like you train 5 hours, 6 hours, you said.
sometimes
That's a lot of talking to yourself.
the thing about it is like this, like if you don't feel those emotions and like get that little bit of nervous and those butterflies, like are you even doing what you're supposed to be doing? Because you're supposed to get all those feels,
True.
those array of emotions. You know, it's like positive stress on your
Like, to
body,
let
because
it
there's
out.
negative stress and positive stress. So once you like surpass your little goals of like fearfulness and this, that's how you build your confidence. So people might like misconstrue like my energy as being confident, I mean like cocky and so full of myself, but
From the outside, but once like you talk to you, like I said, like you hear like, all right, it's just somebody who knows that they are able to do this stuff. Yeah. Cause like when I met you, I didn't see that, I didn't feel that, and like right now that I'm talking to you, like that's what you're giving. You're giving like you're very like strong about yourself. Like you really believe in yourself, and that's cool. Cause like that is like a big mental thing, and like
I also think too, like I'm like the person who like gives people compliments, or like
Mhm.
if I see somebody else who's talented, like I go up to somebody and I say, hey, like, you know, like I'll be
and that's
I'll
how we met,
compliment-
because I seen her fucking doing, I don't know what the hell. I just turned around and she's over here. That was you stretching. I seen you do so many fucking things on those poles. I was like, God damn, how did she I just turned around and she's already all the way the fuck up there. And yeah, so it's like it's pretty cool. And the life you live is so fucking like it's so like that, but like it also gives you so much opportunities. And from what it sounds like you've experienced so many cool different stuff. So like next time, you guys, when we're recording, we're gonna be at the Versace mansion. Can't even say that shit. That's why I'm not invited.
I'm gonna be at the Peppermint Hippo.
But so shout out to Atlantis for coming here. Do you want to go ahead and like drop like your Instagram or anything like that, or like
It's got
any
a bunch of
social?
dots and A's and periods.
Is it? Do you want to share? I could go ahead and put it in our bio for you.
That's fine.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and list her information down.
My Instagram is private. I have like a business that I do that's like herbs and vegan ice creams, and I had performers, but it's temporarily shut down for now.
So if she lets you, she lets you. But if not, you guys won't see it in the bio. But yeah, so everything will be listed out in the bio. Other than that, guys, thank you for listening. Like I said, if you guys want to drop any dreams, any ask for advice, talk any shit on the podcast, go ahead and go to the Google Forms. It's 100% anonymous. If you guys do go to our Spotify, or if you listen to us on Apple Music, go ahead and rate us 5 stars, drop a review. If you guys answer the questions on the Spotify, those I can't see who answers, so just be aware. Nobody will know who said it, but just be aware. Other than that, yeah, just comment, like, share, subscribe, and do all that good shit. So you got anything to say to, I call them my great group of bitches.
Great group of bitches.
Yeah. Anything, any farewells or anything you want to say?
No, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the podcast.
I enjoyed
Keep
it, guys.
Spicy.
We're pressuring you guys to be spicy now. But all
Don't
right.
take no shit. It's 2023. If somebody isn't equally making your life as easy as you are theirs, then drop them.
We're finally like out of a funk. I feel like these past years have been kind of funky, and like
I don't know if we're out of the funk. I mean,
yeah.
But I mean,
hopefully.
I hope things get better soon.
Right?
I don't know about out of the funk. Look at the price of gas and food and everything.
Dude, $6 now. Officially $6, Vegas. We're like Cali. But all right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. So peace out, bitches.
No tienes vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio. Esta vida nunca se acaba la fiesta.